こいつは楽しめそうだ。
Yo, what's up with y'all? Today, I'm be doing a little beat breakdown, but to nobody's surprise, it's another Jazzy NYC variation. However, this one is from scratch. This is no sample or anything. The only technical sample would be, the melody and chords, of course, but I'm actually gonna play it, put it in the system myself. I'm not taking, some sample player, cutting up an MP3 or anything like that. It's just going to be a little beginner beat. It's also to help some people, that are like me or smaller beat, channels, just trying to figure out how to, work around these type of melodies and stuff, and, how to even do a Jazzy NYC of their own. I'm not really stingy because I didn't make the actual song, so I don't have the rights to be stingy. But, I just hope y'all enjoy this one, man. Let's get into this. I'm sorry about my voice and everything. I'm a little sick. You know how it is, cold season, flu season, I don't know. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoy.
Hey, so the first part of the beat is going to be built on the foundation of the piano chords and the bass line. They were the first two installments that I made sure to put down when I was getting this part of the beat in. What you could hear in the original is this is pretty much, the melody, how it's going to go. I decided to do one piano section with a higher octave and one with a lower, just so I have that dynamic. To be honest with y'all, brings more power to the sound. It sounds a little more elegant in my opinion. It's not too squeaky, but it's not too, angry. I don't know, I can't find the words for it. But after the piano chords, I made sure to work the bass line, which is going to be the second most important foundation in my opinion. It kind of sets the tone, but it also mellows out the beat. Whenever you're in a car or you have headphones in, it kind of just brings everything around, in my opinion. I made sure to go acoustic with this. No 808s on this track. Actually, I might have lied because of the kick, but it's not too bad. Once I finished with the, bass line, once I finished with the bass line, the first part of this track was fairly easy, more of a copy paste thing, but a little bit of rearranging. I made sure to put in some strings, some strong hits for the strings as well. Strings bring a lot of emotions, but if you do the right strings, they could be really mellow and very wavy, which this type beat that I'm making with this Jazzy NYC is a little bit of just a chill little kickback hip hop, similar to the Miles beat that I made, a little bit of that vibe, a little less trap and stuff like that. But yes, I did these strings, and I also worked with these synthesized bells called Arctic Sun. I use them in a lot of my wavy and chill tracks. They could go really high pitched, but they sound really good low. So in this one, I kind of just even them out the same way that I did with the piano. And I put them in the background, make sure they're not too strong, because if you do use a lot of velocity on them, they come off very, very, very aggressive. The low velocity, they are very relaxing, and I kind of just wanted that in the background. But for the strings, man, I didn't put it in initially, but it is on the final part. I did do double hits on my strings. Just for what I'm showing right now, it's just going to be single hits, a little more motion, a little bit of a punch, kind of get you a little amped up. I'm not sure how everybody feels about it, but usually when I hear strings, it kind of tunes me in, and I'm like, oh, all right, let's go. And it's kind of like part of the beat drop. So that's pretty much what I got for the first part. Outside of that, I'm going to show you guys the drum pattern and how I work the drum pattern. This one's fairly simple, nowhere near what I did for the Jazzy NYC 99 remix or the 16 remix or any of them, honestly. The drum patterns that I use for the other Jazzy NYCs are pretty fast-paced and aggressive, and this one's kind of, it's a little ABC type of thing. There's nothing too crazy. It's something you could just kind of bop your head to, nothing where you're like, oh yeah, this crazy. But you know, it's more for a tutorial than anything. I kind of just wanted to do a beat breakdown, so I figured I'd end that video on y'all. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, so man, it's pretty much just the ending, you know, of the first part. Just want y'all to kind of see how it worked out. We're actually about to get into the drum pattern in a couple of seconds. Um, Really, with the drum pattern, man, it depends on any beat. Starting foundation, I like to either start with my claps or snares, or I like to start with my kicks. But truly, when I was making this, I did start with the hi-hats, but I'm going to show you guys the clap first. So getting into the hi-hats, we actually have two sections for it. First one's pretty light. It's in a little different pattern. It's not straight hi-hats like I usually do with the rolls, you know, I do for the Jazzy NYC ones, but this one's actually like a chill kind of bounce one. I took a little inspiration from Pharrell and the Neptunes and early 2000s music and how they were able to make a beat bounce and everything. So these are a little less robotic. Didn't do the whole quantizing process for these ones. This is more so just off the dome with it. But these ones pretty simple. I'll get into the straightaways later. After the hi-hats, man, I usually go in the order of, I do like my clapper snare, then my kick, then I'll do actually an open hi-hat or something at the end, or I'll do a chime. But to be honest, in this I did both. The reason I even did the chime truly was for my girl. You know, she was helping me out with it and she threw that joint in, so shout out to her. But yeah, truly, man, that's kind of like the ending and middle to make sure that the drum pattern isn't too repetitive and it isn't too boring. So you gotta kind of have something to wrap it up, and you can always flip and make these a little more dynamic. Sometimes I don't use these, I use sound chops, or I use little vocals to, you know, work around. I kind of learned that from 3 6 Mafia, and Juicy J did a beat for Young Dolph where he made that work, and a lot of Key Flock songs where they use vocal chops. And I don't know, man, growing up I had so many musical influences that, I don't know, it just helped me with arranging. But since we're doing something simple, I just wanted to do an open hat and a chime, and then afterwards pretty much, you know, clean up the hi-hats and then get the kick drum moving, and we're pretty much set. こいつは楽しめそうだ。Man, listen, dog. Like this next part smoked me, straight packed me up. Like I've never worked on this part of any Jazzy NYC beat, but to be honest, I played it by ear a little bit. I had to find sheet music because it was bad, but we're all good, man. Pretty much just bass line. Worked in the Arctic Sun and piano with strings. I'm kind of just going to run through this part really fast so I can show you guys the full beat. I wasn't really interested in doing the breakdown as much in this part because you'll be able to hear it in the background, but it's so like quick that it goes right back into the first part pretty much because this is a short beat like on purpose. But I did switch it up. I didn't play it correct because I wanted it to be unique to me. And if anybody liked how it sounded or anything like that, they can come back to me. But I'm not gonna lie, this part is not P. I was not pushing P this part. I was cheeks. But we're gonna ignore it because it's the first time for everything, and I was really making it off the fly. So who cares, bro? Bump the excuses, man. Just have fun, and I hope y'all enjoy it. I'm about to show y'all the final beat. It's probably just gonna play into this next part, but yeah, man. Hope y'all enjoy this little authentic breakdown. Even though this part probably sound like some bounce that but alright, man, let's go.
こいつは楽しめそうだ。